So, Oscar, tell us about your relationship with Damian.
I was online doing a bit of investigating just in regards to salespeople in the United States. I've been in the industry for a long time. And I got to listening to some podcasts, and I got turned on to a podcast with Ali Rita. And he was talking about the success that he had attained, and I was blown away. I didn't think that it was ever possible to do the kinds of numbers that Ali Rita was doing and some other people in the U.S. were doing. So the U.S. they're the masters of selling cars. I know that, and so I think that's kind of why I gravitated towards that. But I read Ali's book, How to Sell 100 Cars in a month, and from that it kind of really blew me away. And I think from there I was introduced to Auto Training Academy, and then from there before that, I had actually reached out to Damian, and he started communicating with me. We had a couple of phone calls. He turned me on to Auto Training Academy. I didn't know there was the 100 Car Club, and then I started training and listening and following his teachings. And I reached a point in my career because I'd been doing this for a long time. And by the blessings of God, I've been very successful in the industry. I worked for BMW for 12 years. I was one of the top salespeople in Canada for BMW. I moved on to Mercedes. I also achieved being one of the top salespeople in Canada. But after 21 years, I was jaded. I hated the business. I was very frustrated with just in general, dealing with people and dealing with all the problems that you deal with in service. And once I met Damian, he taught me that it was okay to be a good person. It was okay to love and care for people and take care of them. And by doing these things, it completely changed me as a person in the business. And it really taught me to enjoy my work more than I ever have before. And I've seen a huge change in myself, with the people that I work with, my assistant. We've just completely changed our business model, and it's put us now into every day we go in is insane. We're just constantly busy, constantly with friends, with relationship customers. And it's funny because I've been at my store for going on probably, I would say, I'm in my 10th year, but I feel like I've only just started. I feel like even though I've had clients since I started, I never really built the kinds of relationships that I'm building now. And I would say that the past year, the relationships that I've built with customers have been incredible, and the referrals I'm getting is insane. It's absolutely insane. I'm not doing anything. I'm just focusing so much primarily once they purchase a vehicle to service them and take care of them, and not to, like I would in the past, deal with them to help them because I knew I had to, but not really help them. Help pass them on to someone else. Not look for every service opportunity as an opportunity to build the relationship further, and actually truly care about helping the person, which completely changes the job. And I'm so thankful that I met Damian. He's changed my life. I think he is truly a genius in what he does, and that's pretty much it.
Fantastic. So, if you don't mind me asking,
Yeah.
you referenced car sales in the U.S., so not everyone prior to us saying this now knows that you came from Canada. So how far did you come to the seminar?
So I live in Oakville, which is a suburb just outside of Toronto. And then it took me about, I'm not far from the border, so maybe it's about an hour and 10 minutes.
Okay.
And then once I came to the US, it was about 30 minutes
Okay.
from there.
So just
hour
a little
40,
bit, hour 45,
yeah,
2 hours. And,
roughly, yeah.
But an international visitor, so thank you
Yeah,
for
absolutely.
thank you for doing
Yeah.
that. So what did you think of today's seminar, since it was
loved
the
it.
first time you saw him live?
Yeah, I don't know if you know this or if you can see this, but I listen to his videos every single day, and so I feel like I know him well,
Right.
because I'm so involved in what he teaches, and but it was really interesting seeing him today because he's got a great energy, and a lot of the stuff that I've learned has kind of been in the past. So he's teaching a lot of newer things, which is amazing, and it was good to see that. And it was really amazing to see how Ali Reed has been doing, and also how his assistant's doing. Or sorry, Carlos, the gentleman who works for him. You know, I only know of him from the videos that I watched, and he was more new. Now he's been in the business for 5 years, and he's doing 65, 50 cars a month, which is phenomenal. But once you learn the system, you understand how that's possible, right?
Fantastic. So why would you encourage someone to educate themselves on Damian's material and or to come to a seminar?
I think the reality is the car industry in many ways is broken. And you know, the way that the system is taught is that your job is to be active on the floor, be available, try to take as many people as you can, be aggressive, you know, manipulate them, you know, use word tracks, use whatever you can to get the sale, and don't let them leave until they buy. And you're forcing your will on people, and you're pushing people to make decisions that they may not want to make at the time. And as you get better and better in persuasion, you can manipulate. I don't mean to use that in that word, but you're
Maybe influence?
You're influencing them to make decisions that are not necessarily what they may or may not want to do. They're open and they're active because they came to the store, but you've put them in a corner where they can't really get out of it. And it's like, okay, yeah, you know what? I've spent this guy's time, and he said all the right things, and here's my deposit, and yeah, I guess I'll take the car. Whether or not it's the right thing for them, that's the key, right? It's doing what's best for the person. I've always known that. You know, I've always been a kind-hearted person, and I've always wanted to help people as much as I could. But Damian has taught me to be, that it's okay to be a good person, that it's okay to love and care for people, and the focus is to help them and to make them better than they leave. And that's what I tell people all the time. I have to make you better than the way that you came. And if I'm not doing that, I'm not going to do business with them. And I turn people away a lot of the time because I can't have them losing $35,000 in negative equity. I can't put them in an 8-year term contract and smash them with interest.
Right.
There's just things that I can't do ethically, you know, that, you know, maybe in the past I would have been more open to, because it's just like, I need to get the business. Right. And it's not about that. When you treat the person the right way, when you take care of them, when you truly do what's best for them, they will go and tell every single person that they know, and truly mean it from their heart when they speak to that person, that this person is going to take care of you, and they feel pride in sending you to deal with someone like myself who's only going to help them, right?
Well, thanks for sharing. I really appreciate it. We really appreciate it.
No problem.